I saw, the skills and qualities that a successful Sunset Valley officer has to have during the winter storm of 2020. That was a storm that tested all of our reserves. From the moment it started, it seems like we were running into problem after problem. And really, I watched these guys sort of come together as a team. And together, they figured out a way to solve everything that came up. Officers had to form a bucket brigade basically and run back and forth to gas stations all over the city to fill up gallons of gasoline to keep the generator going. And it's been a while now, but if you remember that storm, most of the gas stations were closed. So they were driving pretty good distances to locate fuel.
During the storm, immediately Chief Carter and his team went into emergency management mode as our plans, sort of unfolded, and we realized that this was going to be an enduring event. They were also the focus for coordination with the Travis County Emergency Management, with the, getting access to the resources that we had that applied, broader than just our region. This became an emergency management center quickly, with Chief Carter operating as the head and being here essentially 24 hours a day during the crisis. We had police officers sleeping here, we had staff sleeping here. We were able to serve our residents, even people beyond outside of the city of Sunset Valley were able to come here and take advantage of a place for warmth and comfort, because we were able to still, effectively execute that emergency management plan under the direction of Chief Carter and the actions of the police officers and the direct interventions to help our vulnerable residents and those in need.
We have a homeless population in and around Sunset Valley, and our officers take a community policing approach, and they know many of these people that are unhomed. And when the temperature started dropping, they were checking on them as well, not just the residents of Sunset Valley, but the people that were kind of on the edges of society, that even if they live outside of Sunset Valley, they see them day to day, they interact with them constantly. So it was a very humane approach to people that were some of the most exposed to the storm. The police were also really great with some of our more elderly residents, making sure that they were warm, making sure that they had water, because a lot of people's pipes were frozen.
For quite a number of us elderly people who just couldn't take the cold like me, they came and got me, and they took us to La Quinta, and we stayed there for 2 or 3 nights until the power came back on and they took us home. For those of us who were there, we had warmth because they had power, but they didn't have any food. So the police somehow made it to Randall's, where they got all the soups that were prepared and things like that, and they brought them to us at La Quinta, so we had food. Just want to say how much I appreciate them and how glad I am that they're here.